All right, welcome back, everybody. Part 2 of Married at First Sight, Season 20, Episodes 7, 8, and 9. Make sure you go back for Part 1. We already talked through 4 of the couples.
You don't want to miss them.
You don't want to miss that. And then we've got 3 more to go for this part. So yeah, we're jumping right in with Mecca and Belle Jolie. Honestly, yeah, this is the only couple that I'm still rooting for.
You have hope for, yeah.
Like they stand the best chance.
Okay, I think I'm nervous saying this, right? Because this is a big prediction.
Okay.
But I feel like every once in a while, Married at First Sight manages to find 2 people who genuinely are a match for each other.
Right.
It's not a stretch.
Yeah.
Like they're meant to be together.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what's going on with them.
This is one of those. Yes.
Yeah. If they manage to not mess it up.
Well, I mean, I think they are learning, right? Mecca had a brief brush with how things can go south at the end of the honeymoon. And so I think he's learned from that mistake where things were going well. And then you kind of took a step back because you said something goofy.
He got what he asked for.
Yeah.
And now he's like, ooh, you know what?
I missed that.
I'd like to go back to Belle being more like physically aggressive with me.
I like when Belle liked me more and was more affectionate.
I liked when she was touchy-feely and then I had to say something and now she backed off and now I kind of regret it.
I messed it up.
Yeah.
I messed it up. So I think he's learned a lesson from that, valuable lesson from that. If there's any advice from Dad that's rattling around in there that's still left, maybe don't do those.
Forget all the logic from logic.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah.
So they're rolling in for couples dinner in episode 7. And he's like realizing that Belle making him comfortable, feeling vulnerable, which is saying a lot because both Mecca and Belle Jolie have their history of not feeling safe in relationships. Like they don't, they're not quick to be as accessible of like receiving love necessarily.
I think it was Michelle was talking about vulnerability. And that's when Mecca was like, I'm having like a light bulb moment here.
Yeah.
Like what I'm realizing is the feeling that I'm getting from Belle is that it's safe to be vulnerable with her. And I have literally never experienced that with a woman in my life.
Right. Yeah.
Which is also why it's kind of uncomfortable to him initially because it's foreign.
Right. So he said something really nice about his relationship with Belle. So he immediately had to follow that up with something performative, talking about her ass. So that was like the follow-up to it. The experts didn't like it. They clocked that pretty quick. They jotted down some notes because we're probably going to need to talk about that in our next session here, next therapy.
You know what, though? She enjoyed it.
She wasn't opposed to the backside commentary.
You know what it was, though? I think that it was maybe reassuring to her that he's attracted to her.
Right. Yes.
Although most other people in the room put off by it.
Correct. Yeah. I think she understood more of where the intention was for it. Because a lot of people were like, wow, it's, he's going over the top with being, sexualizing her and doing this. Doing that.
Was.
I mean, he was. But then I think
it was like Daddy's speaking through him.
It's happening again. Because then, they addressed that whole circumstance that they found themselves in.
There's a devil on his shoulder.
Not
and it's logic.
So then they do get to their couples therapy with Dr. Lisa is their session. And he regrets bringing up the whole attraction question. I liked when Dr. Lisa heard that question coming up where, who was it? It was...
So Belle brought it up at the dinner. And was like, he
Marissa
said this to me.
And Marissa goes, oh, that's such a good question. And Dr. Lisa was like, that is a terrible question.
Not just Marissa, Tori also.
Oh, Tori did too?
Both of them were like, that's a good question.
No, because they are terrible. Terrible judges of character, terrible decision making that's going on, especially when it comes to relationships. Yeah. So that is just clearly
that tracks
evident. Oh, terrible.
For them.
Terrible. So Dr. Lisa's like, yeah, that was a real bad question. Don't do stuff like that. Don't mess this up.
Let's stop playing games about who's more attracted to who. Like, all that's going to do is hurt someone's feelings in the end.
You got a good thing going. Don't mess it up, okay? Because then if you're feeling that attraction growing too, like, let that naturally happen. Let that continue.
Which I think is also why he's feeling like he stepped in it, right?
Yeah, a little
bit.
bit.
Why did I go and say that? Because now it's been a week.
Now it's different.
And now I feel substantially more attracted to her than I did.
Yeah.
But I told her that I wasn't that attracted to her.
I can't say that now because then I lose. I lose on that.
I think that he was saying that because he was worried that she wanted the relationship to progress sexually faster than he was ready for, because he has a lot of doubts about himself.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he was talking about how he has self-diagnosed sexual anxiety, basically, where he's very nervous about it, which I'm sure a lot of that came from his dad. Just from all of the different things that he has to keep in mind of what's necessary for a successful sexual relationship. I think that there's a lot of stuff that's bouncing around in Mecca's head that does not need to be there.
A lot of stuff logic says should be bouncing around.
A lot of stuff. So I think that was part of it. But Dr. Lisa's like, look, we got to get you guys out of the friend zone because you guys are like one of our successful couples.
Yeah.
So we got to move
We can't have it stop there.
No.
That would be a tragedy for us.
Oh my God. And we've seen that happen before on Married at First Sight, where couples do get comfortable. They're very affectionate and close, and they're talking about things, and it's good. But then there is no sexual chemistry that evolves out of that. And then it just kind of fizzles out.
Stalls.
Oh, it's terrible. So that's what Dr. Lisa's like, we got to get you guys boning. So like, let's get that.
That's your homework.
Let's get that going in that direction.
No more little forehead kisses like I give my children.
No. Make out. That's what we need. We need kisses with tongue.
My God.
Yes. Slip it in. That's what we're talking about. It's got to happen now or never.
It does feel kind of forced from the side of the experts, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Like, on one hand, they're telling other people it's okay if somebody feels like they mean. Let me point this out, okay? Because now that I'm thinking about
Take it back.
When the women express being hesitant about wanting to move forward sexually, Dr. Lisa and the other experts seem to back them up on that.
Right.
A man is now in that position, and it's like, hey, she gave you the green light.
Yeah.
Why are you not moving ahead?
Right.
Why are we not
We haven't addressed the sexual anxiety,
treating
but like,
that with the same sensitivity?
Yeah. Or like, why don't we talk to Mecca individually about his sexual anxiety and try to find the root of that or explore that a little bit more?
She's the sex expert, isn't she?
Yes, she's a sex therapist.
And she's just like, bang it out.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
No more forehead kisses. Yeah.
Don't think about it. Just do.
Right. Let it happen.
It's like,
let it happen.
That feels like not really great advice, but not that it'll lead them down a bad path necessarily, but I don't think that that's being very understanding of where Mecca is coming from.
Well, especially that's going to throw him into the deep end as far as this experience would go. I mean, like, there's going to be a lot of stuff that opens up for him right out the gate where you're going to have a lot to unpack just from that experience alone. I'm not saying that it wouldn't be a bad thing. I think that this is a good thing for them at this time. I think it will help Mecca realize I can trust Belle. Like, this is good. I think that realization will come with that too, but you'd never know for sure. Because I mean, like, if it didn't go well, that could have been
they could be
huge.
setting this up to be a disaster.
Yeah.
If, like, say she had some criticism of the experience.
Yeah.
He's not really in a place to feel safe and take that.
No, yeah. That would have been really, really bad.
So
it doesn't seem like
kind of a bizarre therapy session.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that was the case. I did like the part too where, I mean, Belle was talking about how, Dr. Lisa was kind of shitting on the forehead kisses. I like the forehead kisses.
Yeah.
So that was where it was like, oh, like they're going at their pace. That was good.
Well, and I think it was also good to be able to identify, like, okay, they're not in our relationship.
Right.
So if it's something that we both like, we're not going to stop doing that just
And-
because somebody else thinks that it's weird.
Yeah, like just because she brought it up and said, "Oh, well, that's what I do with my kids, so don't do that." Okay, well, I like it. Do you like it? Yes, I like it too. Okay,
Yeah.
well then
And if
we
it's
can
helping
continue
them
doing
build intimacy and feel closeness, why is she criticizing that?
that. Right. Yeah. Don't try and take that away from me. Like, and
I'm
so
starting to question Dr. Lisa a little bit in her
Well,
expertise.
like, are they trying to build incest for drama? Are they trying to, what are they doing? Because
Yeah.
then we did get to see Mecca and Beljali. It was bring your wife to work day, I guess. She goes and empties some porta potties with him and gets the full experience. Because not only are we emptying out with the vacuum, we're also taking the brush and we're scrubbing and
that
cleaning.
baby down.
Yes. So there's a whole experience to it.
She's a good sport about it.
She's a very good sport. I love where it was, no, I'm not doing that. And then immediately cut to she's in there doing that. So it was like, okay, well, yeah, she's a good sport about it. They got to go hang out with his grandma who like runs the business side of things too.
I think stuff like this is really helping him move to the next step. Whereas Dr. Lisa's like, just do it. Right? I think it's these types of things where he's seeing like, okay, that's something that like I've been criticized for in the past.
Right.
Of like other women feeling like it was gross that I cleaned porta potties. And here she is embracing the experience.
Doing it.
And like not laughing at me for it.
They're laughing with each other throughout it.
And they're doing the work together.
Yeah.
Like she did do it, even though at first she was like, it smells
no way
disgusting.
Yeah.
Like it's rank. I'm gonna vomit.
So, I mean, like, there is that baseline that's there where they just have chemistry, they have that connection, and they're building it at their own pace, and it's going well. So, they did take the advice too, though, and then kind of ran with it because then that's what they announced at group therapy in episode 9. They did have sex, so
They did just do it.
Not just making out. It was,
But it wasn't Dr. Lisa's homework that got them there because they didn't really do the homework.
Right. They kind of skipped over that. They just went right to the sex.
I think it's more the experiences like working together at the porta potties.
Yeah, it was
because
just
like you said, they do have chemistry.
Yeah.
And I think the more time that they spend together where they are able to bond and they have so much in common, that it's that stuff that's building a feeling of safety and vulnerability.
Yeah. Safety and vulnerability. Very important. And that's important as part of their process here where they've just had sex. And that is the time where Paul, the expert, is like, yeah, I think this is a great time to bring up. I don't think Mecca has like chosen Belle. So even though he just fucked you, I don't think he's like chosen you as his wife yet.
Do you feel like they're trying to start problems between them?
This one felt like egregious to me.
Because I was also like, what do you mean? Like, I don't understand what that means. Because he was making the point that Belle has chosen you every day, Mecca. But I don't think that you've chosen Belle yet.
I think it was in like that being present sort of way. Because it was almost like Belle has showed up and been like, here's where I'm at. With like giving him the green light and choosing him in that way of like, I'll be here to support you in what you need for whatever. But like Mecca maybe hasn't really returned that based on Paul's assessment. Cause then I think Belle's like, he has, I've felt chosen and like, I think there's a lot of expert advice that's going into their relationship that doesn't accurately reflect what they're experiencing in the relationship. So this is where I think they are good. Like that was one of the things that we did see in the early episodes with Mecca at the wedding. He does seek good counsel, his friends, who were telling him good things,
and like
that he needed to hear.
Diverse input.
Sources that comes from. And like, I think that they're able to wade through a lot of the bad advice here and just take what works for them.
They seem to think the experts are giving them bad advice.
Yeah.
Coming out of the session for sure.
I don't disagree with them necessarily because like that was the first shot that was from Paul. And then they were talking about
Dr. Lisa brought up when they came to Mecca and told him that he had been chosen and that they had found a match for him. He said, I just can't believe that someone might love me forever.
Right. So there's like not the confidence, because then that was what Courtney kept saying at the dinner. And it's like, no, it's not a confidence thing.
No, they were saying he feels unlovable.
Yeah.
Or has felt unlovable.
Right. But I think that's something that she gets too.
Yes.
Because like she's had that same experience.
That's a common experience between them.
Yes.
From not having parents in their lives.
And that it's understood. So then it's understood and it's met with acceptance, which that's not always the case, to be like, oh, I understand. I literally understand what that feels like.
She was like, if no one else is going to show you you're deserving of love, I will.
So that was where it was like, oh gosh, yeah, like,
oh my God.
Is that what Paul was talking about, where she's chosen him? And it's like, I think he has showed up to do those things too, and like show her that she's deserving of love as well.
Well, and he seems to be the one who's had the most challenges thus far in the relationship with kind of accepting that from another person. We haven't really seen her struggle much yet, aside from him making the comment about his attraction level to her.
Right.
So I'll be interested to see if we reach a point where she starts to have a hard time with something.
Right.
How he shows up for her.
Okay. So maybe that's what they're keeping an eye out for. I think that there was some of that support, though, or like he'll joke with her and they talk through things. So, I mean, like maybe it's not stuff that they're including as part of every episode of stuff, but like, or things that they have footage of. But I feel like it is something that is present there. And then, once he has an opportunity to show her that, I think it'll really just drive that point home.
I felt like it was unfair and kind of cutting of Paul to say when they just shared that they had this really
huge
big shift in their relationship to then be like, I don't think he's choosing you.
So again, did not like that. Did not like the timing.
Really a great time to bring that up.
No, did not like the timing of that, how that was brought up. And then they're applauding them for being authentic, more authentic today versus like, the relationship, the couple's dinner that we saw where you were being a little performative over the top here. And Mecca's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I thought I was being authentic. It was...
Well, in the session, he says, okay, yeah. I was being a little performative.
That felt defeated and like he was agreeing to like move on.
Well, yes, because later he contradicts that.
Correct.
And it's like, I felt like I was being authentically myself. I didn't feel like I was putting on a performance for anyone. But we have someone else, another couple pile on, because then Michelle butts in and starts talking about how she didn't like that either.
Yeah.
She felt like he was being performative when he was talking about Belle's body and how it made her uncomfortable. And she feels like other people felt like that too.
We get it. You're a prude. Yeah, established.
I was like, Michelle, who asked you?
Right. What, did Paul slip you a $5 and was like, hey, back me up on this? Like, what are we doing?
I already don't really like her.
No.
This didn't help.
No.
And I don't know if it's just because I do like them as a couple so much and I felt like they were being attacked.
Yes. It was mostly that.
But also for someone who doesn't really know you.
Yeah.
To then make a judgment on your relationship in a group setting when like they didn't talk to you about it personally.
Yeah.
I think that that's the drama that they're trying to create with these group therapy sessions.
Yes. Yeah.
Because now it's like, will they go tit for tat? When we get back for another group therapy session, will Belle or Mecca feel the need to comment on Cam and Michelle's relationship?
Belle looked like she was biting her tongue for most of this therapy session. So like she was holding a lot back. And then I think at a certain point where Mecca was getting very upset by a lot of things, he shut down. Like he was not contributing to stuff anymore. He didn't want to comment on anybody else's relationships. I think he was just done, because then when they got home after that and he was talking about, oh my gosh, like I couldn't believe when Michelle even butted in, because he's like, I think of her as an authentic person. So for her to say that I wasn't being authentic when I'm an authentic person too is very upsetting. And that was when Belle was like, yeah, I've about had it with.
It was so funny. She was like, thank God you said something.
Yes.
Because that pissed me off too.
Look, I don't know what people's intentions are, or like if people are just saying stuff to rile us up, or what the deal is. But I liked that she was there to like reassure Mecca. No, you are authentic. I believe you are authentic. So, because that could send him in a whole different direction of feeling like, oh, people misread what what my intentions are, or it can confuse things. It can mess this up here. And Belle was very clear about like, no, I trust you. I know who you are. And like, let's just leave it at that and like cut out the noise,
If the goal was to create any kind of conflict or tension between them, all it did was put them on the same team.
Yes. Now they have common enemies. Now they have opposition.
Nothing will unite them more.
So that's what I'm saying. This works out. This works out better for them. So I feel good about this, where they left off. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back with Cameron and Michelle.
I need to address an error that I've made in previous episodes. Michelle is 34.
Okay. Yeah.
So whatever article I got that she was 28 from, incorrect.
No, I mean, there was other people who were 28, so I wasn't sure if it was just, we had carried over a number or whatever.
No, but she's 34.
Yeah.
So this is our second oldest couple.
Yeah, but she acts like she's like 24.
24. Yeah. Yeah, we're
roughly
Disney princess.
Yeah.
That's where we're living. Let's go to the couples dinner.
Okay, yeah.
I know we're ready to unload on them.
Oh,
everybody is so enamored by Cam and Michelle. They're just so great. They're doing so great. They're so in love with each other. Look at the way she looks at him.
He's never had a girlfriend before, but they're navigating that. They're doing great. Look at this.
Let's talk more about that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the experts are just moving past that.
Yeah.
This man is 37 years old and he's never had a girlfriend.
I mean, okay.
And now he's got a wife. A wife who wants a baby like tomorrow.
Pressure. That is pressure. I was going to say, I have to defend. I mean, like I know plenty of guys because I have a lot of nerdy friends. Mm-hmm. Plenty of guys who like didn't have girlfriends, didn't date. And then just like started dating somebody and got married, And
they get married at first sight.
No, not married at first sight. No, I think that's a big difference.
Mm-hmm. They met someone who they had chemistry with and common values and interests, and then they married them.
Correct. Yeah. So that was the big difference, right? Like
these are two strangers who are trying to force themselves to believe that they work together.
Yes. The experts said that we go together.
Mm-hmm.
So
we must.
We have to do that. We're going to do that.
I think they're people pleasing each other.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's more of that.
Oh, and it's irritating me now because I think they're going to get away with it for a while.
I don't think they're going to fight till like episode 11.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like
they're going to hold out.
That's the next chunk. So let's see.
Okay. Yeah. I get that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's going to be their breaking point.
But it does feel like that's a long ways in to finally have a fight.
Right. Because they're doing like, that was what Sean and Nikki were trying to combat people with when people were like, you saying that your relationship was a 10 yesterday? And they're like, you guys all hit the honeymoon phase first. Like things were light and fun. Ours was like heavy. And
we did it the other way around.
It was like this oppressive force that was suffocating us, basically, of realizing that we were married to each other. But now it's light and it's fun. Mm-hmm. So we're just doing the opposite.
Again, the less we talk, the better.
Yeah, because now as you guys get into more vulnerability, when you start having those deep conversations, you guys are going to start fighting. But we already did all of our fighting, so like we're good. Because
I feel like Cam and Michelle keep talking about really big differences that they have.
Yes.
But then each of them act like, it's okay though. Like, it's not that big a deal. We'll figure it out.
Right. Or like, oh, you didn't meet my expectations, because Michelle was very clear with the interview process that finances are a very important factor for her, and her husband needs to be making $150,000 per year at minimum. At a minimum. So she was right in there. Was that with Nikki? Nikki was about 150, right? Or it was higher than that.
Nikki was higher than that. Yeah. I think Nikki was 250.
Oh my God.
And then she brought it down to 2 to be reasonable.
To 200. Yeah, of course.
To be reasonable. Yeah.
So that was where Michelle was very dialed in on the currency rate as well.
I think that Michelle was thinking, I live in Seattle. They maybe will match me with somebody else who's in tech. I want someone who can match what I'm making at least or exceed what I make, because she has a certain level of lifestyle that she wants to uphold, is what she was saying.
That's what she said.
At first.
Then
it seems like it's more about traditional gender roles.
Right. So then that's where it's complicated, because then when they are talking about stuff, you're kind of getting one part of this conversation, but not the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really hard to track out, like, okay, are you being completely honest with me when we're having this conversation? It's tough to tell.
It's hard to understand how two people could come in and say, this is what I'm looking for in a relationship. And now, as they've been getting to know each other, they're finding out that many of those things don't align. And they're like, oh, that's okay.
Yeah. Oh, I was wrong to think to think that way.
That's really, I spent a lot of time thinking about what this other person would be like that I want to be in a relationship with. And you're not them, and these are kind of like big differences, but it's okay. I can adjust.
I mean, I get it though. Like, putting a dollar amount on somebody's salary expectation of what your spouse should be making isn't really the best way to navigate that. I don't think that's going to forge you a connection based on a salary.
No, but I don't think that it's meant to find you a connection. I think it's meant to rule out people that you would normally not even consider.
Okay, right.
Which I'm not saying that that's the way you should approach dating.
Well, I think that's what
apparently that's something that is high on her requirements list.
I think that's what she then realized, where she was like, oh, I was attaching like a finite number to it.
Mm-hmm.
But instead it was like, well, no, I want somebody who's driven and motivated and, has career aspirations like he does. He has all that stuff. Does he have the salary cap that's attached to it? No, not the number that I had in mind, but he has all those other ambitious qualities that I was actually going for. So, like, she's coming to terms with it in that way.
But I do think he's kind of dangling it out there. Like, I may make that much money one day.
I think that was his way of cutting it back, because he was talking about how he's like, it is kind of emasculating that she makes more money than me, and that she was expecting me to make more, and I can't provide that for her. So I think that was his reasoning of trying to explain that a little bit further of, oh, well, I could get to that potentially down the road. There is an opportunity, maybe.
Which is where I feel like she's like, okay, because it's a possibility. That's what he's presenting to her.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, like, they're at a disconnect for that, because I think it was, if she was on, like, set on a hard number and then he's not at that number, then okay, then are you done? No. So then that wasn't like a deal breaker thing for you then.
Mm-hmm.
So
why bring it up?
Why are we going this route?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
If you've had that realization, why did you talk about it
in this way?
Versus, like, is the income requirement really the thing that's important to you? Or is it, like you said, the fact that he's driven, he's ambitious in his career, maybe like that he has put money away for retirement, that he's been smart with the money that he has made over the years?
Right.
Like, is that more important to you? Because then maybe we, like, don't even talk about that then.
Yeah.
Also, I do think she was a little shocked that he felt emasculated by the money she made, because it's been an issue in the past.
Uh-huh.
or she was worried that that would be a problem,
Right.
which maybe is part of why she asked for that much money, because she felt like, all right, if a guy was making equal or more than me, then we wouldn't encounter this.
Right. But that's something that you'll need to face. If you have a very high level of income, that's probably something that you're going to encounter.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's not
clearly.
the average that
No.
the average American makes.
No.
So, yeah, you're in a different income bracket than a lot of people.
Yes. Yeah. And I mean, if you look at it household wise, like if you're combining it that way, because I think that's the other part of this, the mentality, because then that's what he finally gets her on board with as well, of like thinking about it as, well, we're a team now. So we're working together on this. So like he's a coach. Obviously, he tends to have that team mindset, team mentality is how he kind of approaches things. But seeing marriage as a union of now we're two people who are working together towards common goals and whatever milestones we're trying to achieve or whatever, like, yeah, that's something that we can work on as a couple.
Yeah, that's something that, like, for me personally, I've never really understood the idea of like being emasculated by the money that like your spouse makes.
Yeah.
Why? If at the end of the day you're
It's combined resources.
both, yes,
Like you're
both contributing.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean, there's married couples who keep their finances completely separate.
Yeah.
So like it's different and I think every couple should come to those terms and realizations. That's the hard part about marrying somebody at first sight is
right, you don't have those conversations beforehand.
Do you know if the person that you're marrying wants to combine finances?
You know,
or if
what
they're
if they
viewing
have
it that
like
way?
a 640 credit score, like Felipe?
320 is where I'm maxing out for Felipe's credit score.
I don't know if his parents have been paying his credit card bills and
sub 400. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I would say.
His car note for a while. It's been a few years.
So the other thing that they're struggling with for Cameron and Michelle is the question of the moving, right? Because
so this is going to be a big thing for them, is that
Yeah.
he has to now split his time between Seattle and Portland.
Right.
So he's going to be 3 hours away working certain days, and then he'll be able to come home, I think, on the weekends.
Yes. So yeah, he's kind of doing back and forth a little bit throughout the week.
Distance for them.
Long distance. I mean, 3 hours away. So like it's a good bit of driving and trying to make this work, trying to see how this fits in. What does the future look like for them together? Because Michelle's made it pretty clear, I don't really see myself moving out of Seattle. Like, I got a great job. I work in tech. That's all based here. My level of income is attached to the market that I'm working in currently. So like, I'd like to maintain that. So it's all those different factors where it's kind of falling on Cameron to be like, are you going to move here? Because I don't really have any intentions of moving to Oregon with you.
I don't think that they're being honest about how big of an issue this is going to be for them.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a struggle.
Because it seems like he mentioned before that what he does for work with coaching, he often has to move around because he has to go to where the job opportunity is.
Correct.
It doesn't seem like he could just be like, sure, Seattle's going to be my home base. I'll just find a coaching job in Seattle.
Right. It's where are the jobs available?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're looking at this very realistically. And I feel like pretty much every conversation they've had, they haven't approached in a realistic way.
Yeah. The other factor of the, commuting that's going to be taking place now too is the long distance element, because Michelle has mentioned she might start overthinking things.
Oh, Michelle's going to go off the rails.
I think so.
Watch how fast this is going to go downhill.
I think this is going to be, she casually mentioned in passing, oh, there was this one time I texted a guy like 25 times in a row. Yeah, I think that's her baseline for like, and especially Cameron does not have experience with having a girlfriend, having a serious relationship, having a long distance relationship. He's not going to know the check-in protocol. He's not going to know that etiquette.
I don't think that he's going to remember to text her or call her.
I think he's going to be busy. Well, I think she was already laying the groundwork too. She's like, how long are the practices? And he's like, I don't know, like 2 hours a day or something. And she's like, oh, okay, great. So you'll have 22 hours to respond to me. I think that was what she was clocking. Like, she's already setting up
How long
the
are you
score.
going to be unavailable for?
Yes, that's what I'm going to allot, because then if I send a text and I don't hear back for 2 hours, I guess you were in practice. But if it goes longer than that, then there's going to be hell to pay.
Watch how fast this devolves into like Michael and Angela from 90 Day Fiancé, where she's like, I'm going to need you to quit your job.
Yeah.
So that you can be available to answer my phone calls at all hours of the day.
Correct. Yeah, because I have questions on your whereabouts and I need answers immediately, basically, is what's going on. So, like, I got concerns. I'm a little worried about this one. Not liking where this is going, because they seem to be making big advancements here on, like,
everything is going
else.
too smoothly.
Everything else is good, but then we're teeing up for, like, ooh, this might be a tough one. This might be a tough one to overcome here.
So they go to group therapy, of course, same story as always. Everything's great. They're having all the hard conversations. They're working through things. Things are perfect.
They had sex.
Things couldn't be better.
Things are going great. Had to make sure that they had sex before the distant stuff. So that way the switch flips in Michelle's head too. She goes full single white female. And she's like fully embedded now. I don't know. I feel like I'm just waiting for her to like turn to the camera and then like tilt her head down and then like keep her eyes looking straight. And it's like, oh, there's something ominous here. Something ominous.
You're a little scared of her.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous with the outcome here.
Marissa's jealous of them.
Marissa is jealous.
They're so mature.
Look, everybody's jealous of the perfect relationship that Marissa and Adam have. But now Marissa's looking over and she's like, gosh, Cameron doesn't even make jokes at therapy. I'm like, what is that like?
He wears a serious button-down shirt that doesn't have a pattern on it.
The shirt stays together and there's no tags on them. It's very impressive.
So put together. They're so mature.
Oh.
Their relationship, it's something to aspire to. Even though they're a couple of years older than us, it feels like it's a decade of difference in terms of maturity.
Right. Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And if it were decision day, Cameron and Michelle would both say yes. They are a definite yes. Today, right now, currently.
In this moment.
Subject to change.
Let's see how that changes in the next couple of weeks here. I have doubts.
Yeah. This could get interesting.
All right, we're going to come back after a short break with Nick and Courtney.
Nick, who we are now lovingly referring to as Jimmy Neutron, because that is the head shape. I think you nailed it.
The head and the hair.
The head and the hair combo.
I can't stop seeing it now.
I know. I was going to call him Nicky Neutron, but then we already have a Nicky. I don't want to get it confusing. So this is Nick. He's AKA Jimmy Neutron. So if we do throw that around so everybody's on the same page. Courtney's a red flag.
A walking red flag.
Couple red flags. I think she's admitting to it a little bit more now. Maybe.
So when they just had their therapy with the experts, they kind of asked about her past relationships, and she gave a little bit of an answer about having not had good intimate experiences with her partners. So Nick brings that up again as they're getting ready to go to the couples dinner.
Perfect time to bring it up.
Yeah, maybe the timing wasn't great.
Not great.
I mean, we're not going to go in a good headspace.
Maybe not.
I think if we're bringing up our past trauma.
But also, these are just glimpses into how these two people communicate. Mm-hmm. Not well.
No.
It doesn't look good. So I don't know why every time they ask Jimmy Neutron, hey, how's the relationship going? And he's like, it is really nice. We're
moving forward. We're moving in the right direction. So that's the only thing I can ask for.
And we're so comfortable talking about things. Really? Because it looks like
her body recoiled and tensed up.
Courtney is receiving dental health care at any point. There's a drill involved.
Her hair trying to respond to these questions.
Yeah. And he's like, oh yeah, I smell it. It's you're stinking up the room.
She's getting so upset and bent out of shape talking about this.
Yeah.
That she is starting to singe her hair off of her head.
It's bad. Like, maybe let's not do this in this circumstance. Let's change the environment.
Also, the first thing she goes to is assuming that he's tired of waiting to have sex.
Right.
And he's like, that's not at all where my question was coming from.
That's not why I brought it up.
You kind of opened up a little bit in therapy, and I thought maybe we could continue to have that conversation.
Yes.
So finally she shares, yeah, I was cheated on. I was cheated on and I let it happen and I was stupid and that's what love does to you. It makes you blind. And he's like, that's Netflix. No, it's not.
Different show.
Love makes you blind. It's stupid.
Okay.
I had bad sexual relationships. Any other questions?
No, guess not. Not for now. I think that covers pretty much everything that we needed to cover. Do you think they had skimmed on that topic before and he was like, ooh, I need to make sure I ask her the next time the cameras are around, so then that way we can get a real reaction here documented.
I don't know. I honestly, when she brought this up in therapy last week, I got the impression that maybe she's experienced some form of SA in the past.
Right.
And I'm hoping that if he was asking this question, it was out of like a level of sensitivity to understand where she's coming from, if that is something that she's experienced in the past.
Right.
Because you would hopefully want to approach the situation a little differently if you learn that about somebody.
Yeah.
And it's understandable why they would be standoffish.
Yeah, I'm worried about it because like she even said at one point in the couple's dinner where she's not a Me Too girly. And it was like,
Yeah, I know.
Whoa.
I was like, do you? I don't think she even understands that. Do you?
I don't think she knows.
She misses so many references, and I'm like,
she doesn't know who Keanu Reeves is. What is wrong with you, you monster?
She doesn't know RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh,
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu
Reeves.
I don't know Keanu Reeves either.
I don't know why you said it like that. She's never seen any of the 5 other reality shows that he's been on.
Bill and Ted's.
She doesn't remember January 6th.
Does not know what's happening in the world at all. I like Bogus Journey instead of Incredible Adventure.
Okay.
Personally, I prefer Bogus Journey.
One of the many things that's getting on my nerves about Courtney is that she has a Mary Brown way of approaching conversations.
Very much.
Where she makes a cutting joke that is not a joke.
That Nick says that he's okay. He's into that. He likes this. This is fun banter for him. And it's like, are you sure? Are you sure that you're going to be able to do that for
Forever?
the rest of your life?
Because when they were leaving to go to the dinner, she was joking about how she was going to leave with her crusty lips now because she didn't have any more time.
Yeah.
I guess because he was so busy distracting her with this conversation that she didn't get
She
to
had
finish
to
her makeup.
extinguish her hair multiple times. Yeah.
And he's like, that's okay. I don't mind crusty lips. And she said, it's not like I kiss you with them anyway.
Right. Yeah. So established. It doesn't matter
Doesn't
what your
matter.
lips are. So cool. Let's go. That'll save us some time.
I think those things are going to get old.
Yeah.
He's letting a lot roll off his back at this point.
He is. Okay. There's an episode of Malcolm in the Middle when Malcolm's one friend, Stevie, his mom goes out to dinner. It's like they go out to dinner together. The two families go out to dinner together. Lois is at the table with Stevie's mom, and she's just like weirdly optimistic and just because she does not argue with anything. She does not. There's no opposition
She's a little
in her
too
at
go
all.
with the flow.
She's very much like, oh, that's okay, that's fine. Because I think it was like the waiter brought something over that was the wrong order. She ordered something else, and she just,
about it.
That's fine. I like this too, and then like continued with it.
Yeah.
At a certain point,
Non-confrontational.
Lois reaches over the table. She gives her a wet willy, and she doesn't say anything. She just flinches and goes, ugh. And then Lois is like, all right, that's just freaky. Because like, are you a real human being?
There?
Yeah, like what is going on? So I feel like that's
how you feel about Nick.
That's where Jimmy Neutron is right now. He's getting wet willies and he is not flinching.
I don't think you're wrong about that.
It's alarming.
They go into the couples dinner.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, let's hold hands because like the experts said that we should be working
They're
on
going to
that.
see it.
And then the second they walk in,
All right, we're good.
drops hands.
Okay, fine.
No more physical touch.
That's enough. That's enough. We met the quota.
They got the shot.
Yeah,
That's all that mattered.
We met the quota for the day. Done. I'm all done. I'll be in my trailer. After that, thank you so much. No.
The other awkward thing that happens at dinner is they get pulled aside to do an in the moment, and they're commenting on what's happened so far at dinner. And Courtney says, in front of Nick, who's standing right there. Yeah, well, Adam is the hottest in the group anyway.
Yeah. Which Nick immediately calls out. He's like, it's a wild thing to say. Completely unprompted. What?
She had a couple too many glasses of wine.
I don't know. Well, then she got all spazzy in her response too. Oh, now you're going to twist that and like take it a certain way and you're going to get all offended by it and stuff. Okay, what if he had said, Marissa's the hottest one here and we all know
I don't think she would have taken that well.
I don't think she would have taken that well at all. She would have been Mary Browning all over the place with all sorts of complaints and issues that she would take here, and she's not going to let him live it down. I think that would have been the result. So for her to then say, oh, you're getting all bent out of shape just because I said that Adam's hot or whatever. A little bit.
And you know what else? He should get more upset because then they go back to the table and she proceeds to tell everybody the story about how she was laying in bed and could not wait for her alarm clock to go off to free her from his grasp.
Yeah, I feel like she's told that story a couple too many times.
Yeah.
Because she said she said it on the honeymoon to the group of gals. She told it in therapy, and now we're reiterating it for the entire couple's table at dinner.
Maybe you just say, I'm not really comfortable with physical affection when I don't know somebody very well.
Yeah.
I don't kiss on a first date. It takes me a while to have a physical relationship with somebody.
Maybe stop threatening suicide. Like that would be another good side note.
That's also
not recommended.
It's not funny.
No.
The way that she talks about some things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's grating on my last nerve at this point.
Right. Because then at this point, Felipe's like, well, gosh, Jimmy Neutron, how's it feel to be rejected by your wife then? And he's like, oh, I didn't feel rejected. Because I don't really have feelings, It's just kind of things that happen to me, and then I just navigate around that. Right?
I don't understand this, man. I went to watch an episode of The Circle because I was like, surely he must have such a bigger personality, right? There must be something that makes him so engaging that he keeps getting cast on reality TV shows.
Not really?
I don't know.
Didn't find it?
I don't see it.
That's what people were saying, that he seems like a perfect fit for The Circle because it's just him in a room alone.
Yeah.
And it's like,
it did feel like he spent all day thinking about the one line that he delivered in the episode.
Right.
When they cut to him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So maybe that's what it is.
There's a little bit of that, I think, in this episode too.
Yeah. He's trying to find the sound clips because they were calling him out on that too in the therapy stuff where they're like, I think you're self-editing a lot. And he's like, I don't know about all that. But yeah, you could be right, I suppose, because he doesn't want to be confrontational or oppositional in any way.
He also then can't answer a question.
Right.
Where I need some time to think about it. Usually,
I have to think of a good answer.
Usually on The Circle, I have a good 4 to 6 hours to think about the one thing I'm going to say.
I'm trying to, if you're asking me a question now, I'm going to have to think about it so then that way I can get a good answer for you. Because otherwise, just an answer, it's not going to make it on the episode. Yeah. You're not going to get a sound clip out of it.
You need to work on improv. Yes, right.
Yes, and respond. And then just keep going. Go with the flow of what's happening here. Hasn't been able to dial in on that.
So now she decides to, again, embarrass him again.
Oh, no.
She cannot stop talking. That's part of her problem.
She thinks she's great at communication.
Yeah.
No, she just talks real fast.
Her question now is if he's even comfortable with himself. Maybe that's part of the problem.
Right.
And this is when she says, I'm not like a Me Too girl.
Me Too girl.
But I think that most of the men here at the table have a confidence problem.
I don't know what she was alluding to there. First
of
all,
let's go through them.
Adam,
are we lacking confidence there?
No, he's never been accused
Felipe.
of that. Absolutely not.
Sean.
No.
Cam.
Maybe a little.
Okay, so one man so far?
Yeah. Maybe a little. But what I'm getting at is for her to make this claim, first of all, she has to caveat it. I'm not a Me Too girly by any means.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the men at this table have enough confidence. You guys are really hot and you should be more confident. What? What message are we trying to get at with that?
I don't
That these
know.
men need to be throwing themselves at these women more?
Well, all the other women are like, please don't build them up anymore.
That is
They
not
don't need that.
the issue. So, like, I don't know what she was trying to get at, because then even afterwards, he was like, I don't know what you were saying at the table there. And she's like, well, I don't know. Maybe confidence wasn't the right word.
Well, Marissa tries to translate for her and was like, I think you mean they lack in vulnerability,
Oh, okay.
not confidence.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, vulnerability.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know why that turned into Meredith Marks.
I was going to say Whitney. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whitney Rose.
So I do agree that they also will not allow themselves to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Not the confidence thing.
No.
They are lacking vulnerability.
So I don't know what she was trying to say. That's what I'm saying.
Assertiveness.
Assertiveness. Maybe that was it.
I think that Nick is much too easygoing for her.
Yeah. Laid
And
back.
that she needs somebody who is going to push her. But I do think it's like a toxic level of assertiveness that she's expecting out of a man that she equates to masculinity.
Yeah, because I don't like the way that she's talked about her bad sexual experiences and just kind of glosses over that and leaves it at that. And it's like, okay, it feels like there's a lot more in there. And then we're not going to talk about that. But then if you're talking about him being assertive or like lack thereof, that's not something that you just tell somebody that you just married, that you've known for 2 weeks. It seems like that's something that you have to really build a lot of trust for. So like, where's the trust to build off of for that?
Or I mean, that's a question, right? Instead of accusing him of something,
Yeah.
it's like, so in your past relationships, do you feel like you've been able to be more assertive? Or do you feel like maybe because we don't know each other coming into this experience that you're kind of dialing things back a little bit?
Yeah, I don't think she's able to contextualize his experience as part of this. She's just looking at it through the lens of what she's experiencing
Yeah.
and then what she assumes she knows about everything else that's going on.
She also gets so uncomfortable when he brings this up in the car afterwards.
Yeah.
Which, like, of course, he's going to want to talk again about what you brought up at dinner because he doesn't agree with it.
Right. That's still a wild thing to say. And to say that there's no way that Jimmy Neutron could have experienced rejection ever in his life because he's conventionally attractive based on that head shape and the hair, mostly.
That's a wild thing to say.
That's a wild thing to say. Because that's where he's like, obviously, I have experienced rejection before. Just because I look like this doesn't mean I can get any girl that I walk up to.
I believe that statement.
I believe that. That is the most real, authentic thing he's said.
You know what I think Courtney really needed to understand in that moment when she's accusing the men of not having enough confidence? It's that you don't have enough self-worth.
Aha. Maybe.
I think we had a lot of women in the room who don't value themselves enough.
Okay. Yeah.
And Courtney is one of them.
I think so.
Because
Yeah.
she seems to be putting herself on, like, the men are on this pedestal of, like, they're so attractive and they can get any woman. And he's gotten me.
Yes. Yeah.
So how is he coping with that?
Right. How are you going to navigate this? How are you going to survive that? I don't know, actually. Yeah, that's a really good question. So now they're trying to get into more conversations while he's cooking dinner, while they're cooking dinner
Yes.
together. He's not making grilled cheese for her like Adam. Sorry. This is when she doesn't know who Keanu Reeves is. It's a big problem. Big problem. We got a lot of movie history to work through here. She didn't know what the Matrix.
GPT him.
She didn't know what the Matrix was. The Matrix. She doesn't know Neo from the Matrix.
This is what I'm saying.
What is wrong with you? Are you human? What's like to just wander through life and not understand anything that's being referenced anywhere? You don't think to yourself, oh, maybe I should look that up. Well, here's the other problem. She's Googling things in ChatGPT. There's your problem right there. You're trying to find a picture of Keanu Reeves in ChatGPT. Not going to be able to whip that up.
Not the place to go.
Not the right location. Please. The struggle is
how
real.
Do you spell that?
Keanu? Keanu? No. Let's talk about past relationships then.
I know that he's not that great to talk to, but also how infuriating that like everything you try to talk about, she does not know.
But then how does this man not realize everything is falling flat?
Yeah.
Like, why are you still in denial?
Why he's talking less.
Why are you still in denial, though, that things are going well? Clearly, they are not going well. So why do you keep telling the camera things are going well?
He doesn't know what else to say.
I think maybe that's it. That's what he's rehearsed.
It's like
he has to have right answers.
Every day is excruciatingly long with Courtney.
He has to have right answers. I think that's what it comes down to. He's like, oh no, they don't want to hear that the relationship's going bad, even though, duh, we do. We want to hear that the relationship's going bad, and I need extreme details of why.
Be honest.
Yes. Be honest, be vulnerable. But he doesn't want to do that. The wrong answer. He's worried about the right answer. Mm-hmm. The right answer is things are going great.
They do make a little progress here talking about her past relationships.
Not really. I didn't feel it. They were trying to wrap this section up with a bow to make us feel like, boy, they really connected on that one. I didn't feel it.
Well, she said she's never been in a loving relationship.
Great. I could tell. Yeah, like you didn't need to explain that to me. I picked up on that.
Mm-hmm. That
has not been the issue that we've been trying to figure out here.
Also, the thing that didn't track for me was she was like, I can't express my needs in a relationship because I'm afraid the person will run, that they'll leave. And I'm like, all you've been doing is talking. Like, you have talked 90% of the time in this relationship. And a lot of it is expressing your needs and what you think is wrong with Nick.
A lot of it, yeah, is feedback and notes for him. Broken up by the occasional subtle jab about how you don't kiss him. I guess like that's the majority of the interactions that we've seen this episode. And so she has to thank him. I'm really grateful you haven't left. That was the heartfelt moment that they wanted to wrap this segment up with.
I think she's genuinely surprised.
You've lasted longer than many of the others in the past. But honestly, yeah, I mean, that is shocking to me. That this man
is like the Hunger Games of Married at First Sight.
They need
another reference she would not understand.
She wouldn't. Yeah, she would have no idea who you're talking about. Jennifer Lawrence, who? They need to be doing the exercise that Nikki and Sean are doing, where they each have to rate their marriage every day. I want them to be doing that exercise too. Please give them this assignment because these are another two people who are living in completely different marriages within the same marriage, and I have no idea what's going on.
So they pack up their beef jerky and they get in the car.
Maybe some hard-boiled eggs. The protein's
We're getting
very
crazy,
important.
you know?
Yeah.
We're going to go on a 3-hour drive to Oregon to visit Cruella DeVille again.
Yeah. They've...
Courtney's mom.
Yeah,
and dad.
Yes, Cruella DeVille. In case you didn't know, yeah, there's Jimmy Neutron crossover with the 101 Dalmatians universe. That's what's happening. They found some more dogs, so they have to legally inform her of what's going on. And they get in the car, and Jimmy Neutron is about to throw it in drive, and he's like, "Hey, let's boogie."
Okay, first of all, major cringe.
Like Courtney needed any more ick factor from this guy. But she was like, can you not ever say that to me ever again? Because my grandma used to say that to me. And he's like, oh, okay. I didn't know.
I would have done anything for him to have turned to her and said, I'm sorry. I thought that might be a reference you would understand.
Well, boogie? What was the boogie?
Well, boogie? I just mean like it's a word from a time that maybe resonates with you since like you don't know any modern references. I thought maybe let's boogie would be safe, but apparently
it was a reference and she didn't like the reference.
It's a grandma reference.
Yeah, she knew the reference. She connected it to something and she hated it. Much in the way that Mecca and Beljalie have all these serendipitous moments where it seems like they are lined up, destined in the stars, meant to be together. This is yet another example of why these two people should not spend another second together.
Right.
Clearly, that is the route.
And she's been begging him, please show me this fun, goofy side of yourself. And here's an example of him doing it. And she immediately shut it down.
Don't ever do that again. Oh, okay. Well, I don't think I'm going to be coming out of my shell anytime soon then either. So
I'm going to recoil again.
That's great that we're going to go hang out with your parents in Oregon, but I hate Oregon. Don't plan on moving there. There's just not really my scene, I suppose.
She asked this as a trap. I feel like.
Well, she was teeing it up.
She has apparently already expressed how she does not like Oregon.
Yes.
And then she asks him, could you ever see yourself living in Oregon?
And he's like, I never really thought about it because it sounded like you hated it. Mm-hmm. And she was like, well, I do hate it, but I'm from there and my parents live there.
I must return there to build a family.
So obviously.
So if you hate it, that's kind of a deal breaker.
That's not good. That's not looking good.
How are we going to have a family together?
I think my parents would be upset to hear that you don't like Oregon. Probably.
She's looking for anything on this trip to just end this relationship.
Basically. So then she enlists her sister. She's like, hey, here's all the things that you need to grill Nick on. Don't like that. I don't like that. That's where this is coming from.
And at first her sister's like, okay,
sure.
You name it. I'll ask him about it, okay? There's something that you feel like you can't ask him about yet. I'll be the one to do it. And you kind of see as this scene progresses that they're realizing this is just Courtney back on Courtney shit again.
Oh, yeah.
And like, we shouldn't be playing into it.
No. Yeah, because as soon as she's like, oh, yeah, well, I got to know about this stuff. Well, no, you already fished for that information and you knew that that was not going to have a great answer. Mm-hmm. So now you want your sister to ask him about this stuff that, oh, you don't see yourself moving to Oregon? It's not something that you have in the plans? Well, no, that wasn't really something that was made clear. That's not something that we've discussed. Didn't really seem like Courtney was into it either.
Yeah. Also, like, you don't know how things will change in a couple of years.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my personal thought about it. To be like, it's a never.
Yeah.
It's deal breaker.
But oh my God.
Which maybe it is.
I didn't like any of the interactions. I didn't like the way that she was going around. She's trying to rally her family to be like, you shouldn't like this guy.
Yes.
Here's all the things that you can ask him that already I know the answers aren't that great, but Nick is likable. They're liking Nick.
They're like, leave him.
Yes.
We'll go back. Trade you and keep him.
You go back. It's the same thing with Felipe.
And Tori.
Yeah, we're just going to do a kid swap. That's what we're going to do, I think. Because, her parents are seeing it. Because then Courtney's like, well, what am I, just like a crazy person or something? Yeah, a little bit. That's what it's coming off as.
I think that what it's showing is you've been matched with somebody who there's potential for you to actually build a relationship with. And instead, you're just picking them apart and trying to find every little thing that's wrong with them.
Was it like he wasn't hot enough for her? Because then
I think so.
She is always very complimentary of his looks, though.
Well, she could say what she wants to say.
In the most Jimmy Neutron way that she can. Yeah. So, like, I don't know if it was that, like, what, just the general ick that she gets from other things.
Once he said that he had been on other reality shows, she has not been able to get that out of her head. And she's been questioning his intentions ever since.
Okay.
And he's not really being very forthcoming. Like, he's not opening up and coming out of his shell very much.
Right. So,
and I think part of that is her personality is very demanding.
Okay.
What's the right word for it? Like, she's a lot.
Exhausting.
Yeah, she's exhausting.
She's draining.
And so he has kind of retreated.
A little bit.
And I think that's also leading her to question, like, is he being honest about who he is?
Yeah. But also, if you're handing knives to people in a stabbing motion, that would be unsettling as well.
I agree.
So definitely agreeing with Nick on that. That was a wild way to hand somebody a knife in your family.
So that fails. They go to group therapy.
Yes.
And she's talking again about her experiences that she's had in past relationships and how she needs to feel safe to be intimate. But then she keeps reassuring Nick, like, I feel safe with you. I feel safe with you. Don't think that I don't. It's just like, I don't feel like I'm safe enough yet to like go there yet. So I don't know, maybe if we had deeper conversations, that would make me feel more safe. And then I'd feel more comfortable going to that place.
She's like bursting into tears. She's crying. She's talking a million miles a minute. So it's just all these different things where I'm like, dear God, please go to therapy. Like individual therapy.
I don't really like her as a person.
No, I'm concerned about her
like
well-being.
There's something deeper.
I'm concerned about her well-being.
That she has not expressed.
Yeah.
That is related to this topic.
That she doesn't want to go into and can't for a lot of reasons. But yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff to go through for that. But
I was relieved when Dr. Lisa set her sights on Nick. Because we don't know a lot about Nick.
We don't.
And she finally points it out. She's like, you're so polished. Like, that's something else that people are saying about you. And I agree.
Yeah.
But maybe that's not a good thing, because it's kind of hard to get to know you because you do have this shiny, curated exterior.
It's like you are projecting a form of yourself that's like the most acceptable version of you. Mm-hmm. And then that's all that you're doing. But there is like a real version, you know, we got to get to know, we want to learn about the man behind the curtain, you know? Like
your wife is going to need to know who you really are.
Yeah. But then he's also the one who's saying, oh, well, I'm afraid of being judged for my goofy side. And she keeps doing that. I mean, he didn't say that, but like, she does keep doing that.
Well, again, she's like, please be like that.
Okay.
I want that. I want more of that.
I don't think
that would be great.
I don't think you do. Mm-hmm. I don't think you do, though. I don't think you're ready for Nick's goofy side. Jimmy Neutron's goofy side could get out of control pretty quick, I think. But it's just like, we need that from you. We need to know that you're human, and that if we stick our finger in your ear with saliva on it, that you will react in some way, shape, or form. I need to know that Nick will resist a wet willy. Please. I need to understand that.
Well, next time on, one wife starts birthday party drama while another's fantasies become her worst nightmare.
Oh, no. What would this be? Was that the Nikki and Sean getting sensual with food? And that did not go well. So maybe that was something that she was really looking forward to, that he is ruining for her.
I agree. Yeah. I don't think that they should be doing any type of activity that is any form in any way sexual.
No.
Because that was like the first thing that caused them to have tension in their relationship.
Oh, when she walked in by herself, I was like, oh no, did she forget that she locked him up? Like before, like that was part of the issue for this block of episodes is,
what is that Stephen King movie?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Somebody's game. I can't remember. Something game.
Someone will leave it in the comments.
Yeah. If you know it.
Nikki's game.
Yeah, this is Nikki's game.
Love grows for some while others have their first fights. A group dinner turns up the heat. Okay, so I think that first fight, Adam and Marissa.
Oh, okay.
And Michelle and Cam.
I was thinking Michelle and Cam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it says others. So hopefully it's multiple.
Ooh.
We got to get to the point where we have multiple people starting to have conflict now.
Several fights, several.
And at the second group dinner, a wife defends her partner while a husband's confession stuns the group.
So who keeps defending? Belle. Belle keeps defending
I think she's going to defend Mecca.
Yeah.
And then the confession, I can only assume that since I've already used the word confession for Felipe, that he is going to continue to confess things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think that he wants to continue dating. That's going to be it.
He's really struggling with monogamy. He's starting to consider plural marriage.
It is tough. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That'll be the consideration next.
If you're enjoying the episode, leave us a review. Share the episode with somebody else. And subscribe to Patreon if you want more content.
There's lots of stuff over there, guys. Patreon.com/survivingpod.
Hundreds
of episodes. Lots of stuff. We got tons of things coming out for August as well. You can check out the schedule over on that, and you can see the episodes as they release, and you don't want to miss them.
Thanks for listening. See you next time.